What up, guys? So this time around, we're looking at my VL Commodore. I just got out here to where the car is kept. I wanted to drive it this weekend, but unfortunately there's two cars parked in front of it that just don't run at the minute or even move. Story of my life, but that's all right. I'm keen to look at the mechanicals of this VL and just see how she's traveling and see if we can't get it running this weekend at least. But yeah, this is my absolute baby, my favorite car, my first car, the car that I have my P's on. It's an absolute gem. Might just be easy to show you guys, so I'll unload everything out the back and we'll go for a walk down and we'll have a look. So just unloaded everything from the ute, and I've got my funnel, my drain pan, some oil, a battery, fuel filter, oil filter, fuel injector cleaner, can of degreaser in case we need it, brake and parts cleaner, as well as some spark plugs. I also got another sump plug, just because from memory when I was working on this car last time, the one that's in there has started to get a little bit rounded off, and I got this one for about 12 bucks, so I figure why not, as well as the other tools there. But what I'm really keen to is I just got to clear out a few things, and then keen to show you guys the car itself. Alrighty, so this is it. Sorry guys, I don't have a lot of room to fill in here, but this was the car. This was the car that I had on my P's. As a young man, I think when I was about 17, this was my daily driver. And it still could be. It still runs, it's still all good, it's still all here. Well, I'm hoping it runs, is what this whole video is about really, but yeah, I mean, it needs a wash, it needs a polish, but it really is my own little time machine. I can come back and look at this car and, you know. So I mean, you can see the paint is still good. The paint's still good. This garage that it's in, probably not sealed up the best. But that's okay. It's alright. You deal with what you got, don't you? Still looks mint. Absolutely mint. Alright. So first thing I'm gonna do obviously is get the old oil out of this thing, because it has been sitting for a while. I did check the levels and it has been holding oil. There's also no wet spots underneath, but just to be fair, I'm gonna change this one, run it a few times, and then I'll change it again. But I did just have to break it off camera for you guys, but other than that, we'll just drain this one nice and simple. And I'll probably get that one underneath a little bit. Out with the old, and all going well. Back in with the new. Now, I mentioned before how I got the new sun plug. This one seems an awful lot smaller, so I'm hoping they gave me the right size. So I'll go grab that one now, but that's got to be changed, because if you look at this one, you can just see how much that's rounded off. It's getting really hard, even with a 6-point socket, to get that one off. It's not the worst I've had, but it's definitely getting used. So we'll change that one up now. So while that oil is draining, off camera there, I just had to crack this with the oil filter wrench there, but now this one is coming off, so we'll create a bit of a vacuum and get all the nasties out. Still tough to do it one-handed, but there she is. I can't remember, honestly, the last time that I worked on this car, actually, which is sad, because it used to be every Friday night. But things change, you get older, you get boring. And again, this is why I'm looking to bring this car back from the dead and enjoy it again. So yeah, that oil was definitely ready to use and definitely worth changing. Not terrible. You can still see it's kind of a brown colour. Not fully jet black, I want to say. Yeah, no, it's alright. But yeah, just better off to start with some fresh stuff. And alright guys, so I've just topped this one up with oil. Just gonna put the cap back on now and obviously just get the final reading and make sure she's up to par. But other than that, that's the oil. That's the filter down there. And the new sump plug put on, so that's all well and good. I've just noticed that the steering fluid is actually quite low, which is disappointing to see. I mean, it's still got fluid in there, but yeah, it's definitely dropping. Oh, I'll add that to the list for next time, as well as the brake fluid. Obviously the brakes are going to need bleeding and redoing, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just so keen to get it ticking over. So now I've got my spark plugs, and pretty much just inline 6, so right the way up. We'll do those ones now, and yeah, it's on its way. Alright guys, so that fourth spark plug up there is a mission, but they're all in. All 6 spark plugs are in. Put all the vacuum lines back on, put the air intake back on. Alright, so while I'm just giving that battery a couple more moments on the charge there, just been down to the servo and just got ourselves some 98 premium octane fuel. So I'll put that one in now, and yeah, it's getting close to trying to tick this thing over and see if she'll start. Alright, so we have life. Just going to turn that off again and then prime that fuel pump. See what happens. Here we go. Alright guys, so there she is, she lives. It ran a little bit rough there at the start. I think it was just getting rid of some dirty fuel, I'm not too sure, but it seems to have sorted itself out now. yes, it's still dirty and we have ran out of time for a clean and a detail today, but listen to this, it is a lot more responsive off the throttle, a lot more responsive. So I'm really chuffed with that. I'm happy that it's back. Alright guys, so there we are, the VL's running again. It's been a long day, but got a little bit dirty, got everything done, the car's running. It was running a little bit rough there on startup, and I'm thinking that's probably because of the battery that's in it or the old fuel. It may have a little bit of a miss. This motor does have 385,000 kilometers on it, so I'm not expecting big things. Obviously, if it has to be rebuilt, it has to be rebuilt, but for tonight, I'm happy. Obviously, it's a little bit late now to go do a clean and detail on it, so I'll save that for another video. But to everyone that's liked and subscribed, thank you so much. There'll be more videos on this car coming real soon. And thank you again, everyone, for the support, and I'll see you guys next time.